Hey there, Christian Latour here. Welcome back to BattleGoat Developers Reading Steam Returns. We just wanted to let you know also that next week is the release of Supreme Ruler The Great War. We really hope you'll check out the new game and hope you enjoy some more of these developer videos that we've been posting.
Okay.
So those are some of the mistakes. What else you got on the not fun?
Okay, well, we got one where the simple reason was propaganda. Doesn't actually say what sort of propaganda, just propaganda. So
That has to be related to Trump rising.
was that a Russian thinking we were American propaganda, or an American thinking we were Russian propaganda? It's not very clear.
No, or a Republican thinking we're Democratic propaganda,
yes.
or a Democrat thinking we're Republican propaganda.
Yes,
because we had those.
That could really get into a long discussion.
Yes.
Then we got A, E-H-A, so probably a Canadian there.
Gotta be.
Not my type of game. I could tell in just 5 minutes, capitalized. Wowee, he says. Isn't that impressive?
Wowee.
No, it's really not very impressive, but thank you for sharing that.
Well, it's good that he can determine his own mind within 5 minutes.
Yes.
So here another under not fun is just remembered how terrible this game is.
Just remembered.
Just
Hold on, is this somebody who refunded it twice? They bought it, refunded
oh,
it.
this looks like a good game, buy it.
Yeah.
Boy, that's terrible, refund. Oh, this looks like a good game, buy it. Oh, I just remembered that one was really bad, refund.
He might want to confer with the previous guy who can figure things out in 5 minutes, that he could save himself some time. If,
Maybe it's some sort of Inception sort of thing where it's a game inside a game and he's remembering at each level how bad it was.
It might have been that guy who wanted to refund it for a different price.
Oh.
And then he just remembered
Oh,
it.
right. So maybe the guy who refunded for a different price found a sale, bought it on sale, and then realized that he didn't like the game.
And then here's one. Game is way too deep, even for me. Okay. Everything feels clunky and not particularly fun. Because it's way too deep, even for him.
Even for him.
Oh, and oh, this guy's sort of nice. He says, kinda harsh to say it's not fun. It's just not what I expected.
You see, now I go, that's got to be a Canadian again.
Oh, because there's
It begins with an apology. Is there really anything more Canadian?
there is sort of that. Well, there's one in German that went on for a number of long Germany words. Unfortunately, I can't read them. The last word is alternative, so I'm not quite sure whether he's looking for an alternative or suggesting something. Don't know. And very unrefined. I guess we'll try to refine ourselves more.
Yes.
Okay.
Brad, you got something else?
Yes, I have not very fun or what my husband expected.
Whoa,
Well,
that raises so many issues on so many levels.
Yeah. It's not only do I not like this and I don't want to pay for it anymore, but hey, I'm going to make my spouse return it for me.
So first of all, who bought the game? Did she buy it thinking it could? I don't know. Are there sexual favors involved here? I'm really not sure.
I don't think we should explore this one.
No.
This is getting too deep. So, move along.
Someone make a that's what she said joke.
Oh yeah, that's. Yeah, you want to read that one again?
I can,
Brad?
I can understand that this is the opinion she's sending us, but I really feel like that's what she said.
That's what she said.
So, all right. Going on to you gave me more than just the by accidents. I have a game too difficult.
Oh, we got the
There's
game
a
too
few.
difficult.
There's a few game too difficult.
Game too difficult.
Couldn't make it through the tutorial as it was poorly made. I may have had better results watching YouTube tutorials, which is interesting looking at the challenges we faced around tutorials from 2010, 2020, Cold War, 36 into Ultimate. That we've experimented a lot with tutorials over the years, trying to find a way to convey a game that has so much depth and offers so many choices. Where do you let the player start? And all those questions about how much do you force them to learn certain things? How much do you let them explore and provide feedback where you can? And again, a game like ours, we could pick one aspect and be spending just like delivering feedback on one item for an extended amount of time.
And we have made some YouTube tutorials, and in
Yeah.
fact, some of our community has. So I mean that
Lots of Let's Plays out there.
that is certainly one way to try to learn the game and get used to it. I mean, we have found making YouTube tutorials to be a better way of transmitting some of that information. So
I think I got your guy again. I forgot I have 2 other Supreme Ruler games and didn't enjoy either of them, but still have them. Would like to request a refund, just not that enjoyable, sorry. So
sorry.
he kept 2 out of 3. I got to take that as a win. Yeah, it's more than 50%. So
Yes, I guess it's okay. We'll go with that, I suppose. Maybe he'll buy Great War and said, "Just remembered how bad this game is," but we'll see. Hopefully not.
you got any more?
I do. Look and feel is too outdated. Bought based on an article, didn't live up to expectations. I feel like the article probably had a screenshot of the game, so if he truly thought it was outdated, the article should have led him to believe that. But anyways, and another one is it fails to install something called Direct Game. Never
Whatever that is.
never heard of Direct Game, so
I'm gonna bet that it was something DirectX related.
Yes.
And
Maybe.
oh, that's a shame that we do offer tech support. That if your game doesn't install, info@BattleGoat. That yeah, installation issues are pretty limited. We don't get too many emails about that.
I gotta take a break here. Let's see what else I got here. Oh, we got was disappointed, didn't play as well as it looked, which is actually interesting because people usually say our game doesn't really look good on the graphics and it plays well, so you're a little backwards there. The game has totally changed than what is in the pictures and videos. They need to update it because it is a lot harder than it was before. Before
Really?
what? Before what? What?
I don't think any of our updates since release, none of our updates really changed the features in any substantial way that would, not really that would impact the screenshots. But yeah.
Oh, yeah, we've got some more. I think that was almost most of the ones, not fun ones that aren't a little bit repetitive there. There was, of course, wasn't what I expected was looking for.
Okay. I got a game too complicated that I think you'll like. This game should be renamed Supreme Economics Simulator Ultimate Calculator Edition. I don't
Okay.
think that would fit on the box.
Well, we'll consider that, but I mean that I think there's a limit by Steam about how long we can make the titles. And what do you want us to say? Ultimate Calculator Edition? I mean, that does limit us from making another version, as we found out when we created Supreme Rule Ultimate.
And so another line here that I find interesting and things that we've heard about over the years is, I expected my country to run itself, except when I intervened, but found lots of micromanagement instead. I know that's one of the things we've talked a lot about is the struggle between how much default automation do we put in front of the player and how much do we let them dig in. Because the more we automate stuff, the more people come in and say, oh, there was nothing I needed to do, I could just let it run. And then the less we automate, people are like, oh, I thought I could just let it run. I had to do everything.
I don't know. I think if you read that in a Donald Trump voice, it would sound like one of his tweets.
I expected my country to run itself, except when I intervened, but found lots of micromanagement instead. I can't do a good Trump.
And you do a bad exclamation mark at the end. Kofeve, and we're done. Brad.
Yeah, that wraps up the ones that I got. You got anything to close us out?
looking around, there was something here. It says, the game is so slow that a week takes an hour to pass even on the fastest settings. Although this did not become apparent until after the tutorial, hence why I played for 2 hours. It's unplayable because of this issue.
Okay, well that is, unless he's being just massively exaggerating, that would be very unusual.
Yes.
I mean, in most games that start, we get a game day in 10 to 15 seconds, even less on a fast machine. There are issues where you have big wars going on with thousands of units that'll slow down, but those are rare conditions. And in fact, when people do send us save games where the game is going particularly slow, we'll take a look at those and try to resolve the issues that are causing those slowdowns in the next update. But we get maybe a half dozen of those every few months, and so there aren't very many people who are encountering really serious slowdowns.
Right. And again, one of the things that we've talked about in our vlog update thing, the other discussion that we had is that we have actually made some more improvements to that area, that the next update is going to see performance improvements. And again, we always look at the advantage that because the Supreme Lure series are designed for the longer term committed players, that this isn't the type of game that we figure people will buy, play for 3 months, and then set aside. That usually a lot of people in our community are the type to stick with a game for quite a long time. Machine power continues to grow, that we are always fighting the curve to improve the performance and counting on the fact that hardware is going to continue to lead us forward. That in most cases where players are talking about, I wish the game would go faster, we're at max capacity for their machines. That graphics isn't the bottleneck, it is the processing of the countries. I know there's been discussions at times about the multi-threaded, multi-core, and again, to confirm one more time, yes, the game does use multiple cores, but it can quickly get into situations where something complex is happening in the game, so calculations are sent to the 4 cores, 3 of them quickly come back with an answer, and suddenly everybody's waiting for the 4th core to wrap up their calculations, and then things are quick, and then they wait, and then things are quick, and they wait. So we are at the mercy of technology in most cases.
And we do, with every update, we do work on improving a lot of these issues, and especially things with the gameplay, with the speed, with AI, and so on. Those are constant improvements that we make. So thank you, everybody, for even the people who got your money back, for your feedback. At least the ones that we understood. We're sorry that your husband and or wife didn't enjoy the game as much as you thought they might. And that's what we got.
All right. Bye.
Time for a clip.